So, simple, demystified, able to utilize the waste product. You know, we all think, oh, I'm throwing away something into the trash, but there really is no away, so why can't we just have it here on our land and create the good soil that we need, which is really what it's all about, creating the good soil.
And that's the other thing too, is when you're cutting up your material to compost, it doesn't have to be cut up into really tiny, small pieces. You really want some larger pieces to remain in there because it helps with soil structure. It helps aerate the soil. You don't want your soil to get too compacted, so with those larger organic pieces in your finished compost, it's going to be awesome for your plantings and that sort of thing. So I'm going to fill this bucket till it's all the way to the top here, or just about anyway. And what this is going to do is it's going to help everything break down a little better. And this might be the only time we ever have to water this intensely. That's the Incredible Hulk. He loves to drink a little compost water there. So once I've got it filled, let's just say it's filled, I'll let this drain out. And then every couple days, and you'll see I've got it up on bricks here so that there's more space for the water on the bottom to drain out. Otherwise, it would just kind of get stuck there. Then every couple days, I'll come out to the compost bucket, and I'll just lay it on its side and roll it around the yard like this so it stays mixed, so it mixes up real well.
Wow, that's very cool.
I might do this for a few minutes just to let it all mix up real well. And then every couple days, I'll take it and place it on its top and let all the moisture drain down to the other direction. I will not add more compost to this. Once it's full, you really don't want it to be too full. You just want there to be enough space between the lid and the organic matter so that it's got some room in there to break down. But it'll start kind of falling further and further in the bucket. The actual volume doesn't change. It just falls as the material starts to break down. And if you'll wait for a second, I'll show you what this looks like in about 6 weeks. So that's after today. And here's what. After about 6 weeks, it'll begin to look like this. You'll notice that we have the oak leaves in here. There's some larger organic material, some woody stuff. Again, that's going to help with our soil structure. It's going to work really nicely to provide aeration and that sort of thing. But this was mainly coffee grounds, table scraps, some paper products, and these oak leaves that I found beside my house, and some other organic material from my garden. This actually was flower stalks from cosmos that I pulled out of the yard. So this has been breaking down for about 8 weeks. But your compost will actually kind of look like this in about 6, just about. And in the summers when it's really warm, this stuff will probably be finished in about 6, even in a bucket this size. All right?
All right.
Okay. And then once it's at 6 weeks, you put it in your pile?
I'll start to use it in my garden. I might put it in one of my planters. I might just add it to the soil in my flower garden. And I'm going to have a raised bed back here in about 2 weeks, and I would just add it right in that soil if I were planting then. I would use it in my planters in the front of my house. I might even use it in some of the planters inside our house, depending on how broken down it was, and if it didn't have that kind of sweet smell.
And so what is your pile for then? Extra?
Oh, that pile back there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that is where I do actually most of my composting. I'm sorry. The bucket is just kind of supplementary in a way to kind of experiment and speed it up and that sort of thing. But I do use the pile I have back there by my parking area. That's what I use in my garden. That's what I use in all my plantings and everything. This will go in that pile, yes, you're right.
Okay.
But I could mix it in with my garden right if I wanted to. So.
All right.
Yep.
Well, thank you, Mark Forman,
Thank you, Valerie.
for this easy and fun way of composting, and I hope that it gives you some ideas out there. It's Valerie for BeGreen.org.